Good to go.
Hi, good morning, everyone, fellow Toastmasters, President, and the guests. Welcome you all to the grand 50th meeting of Toastmasters Club, Technopark. I hand over to President, Madam President, aptly to open.
Can you read out the Sergeant at Arms roles? Do you have it?
Good morning.
Yeah, these Sergeant at Arms text I will have first.
All right. No problem. So, thank you, Toastmaster Rajeshri, for opening the meeting. Rajeshri was standing in as a Sergeant at Arms. So let me read out the general rules and the welcome part that we do. A Sergeant at Arms opens a meeting for any Toastmaster meeting. So those of you who are attending the Toastmaster meeting for the first time, welcome to the 50th meeting of Technopark Toastmasters Club. Now, Toastmasters International is a non-profitable organization started by Ralph Medley to promote public speaking. Let me, can you please mute yourself if you're not speaking? Radhika, you are a host, so you can mute others while I'm speaking, please. Thank you. So Toastmasters International is a non-profitable organization started by Ralph Medley to promote public speaking. And the mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are some ground rules that we follow during the meeting. We do not talk about 3 taboo topics: religion, politics, and sex. Please keep your other devices on mute or silent, and please mute yourself when you're not speaking. Turn on your video if possible, but if you are moving around or talking, please turn it off so that you do not distract the speakers. Guest, please put your name. Please put your name in the chat box to introduce yourself. I see a lot of guests here. We may not have time to go to the guest individually. I welcome you again to the next meeting of Technopark Toastmasters. Now, as the president of Technopark Toastmasters, it's my pleasure to officially confirm that I am formally declaring this meeting as open. So today's meeting is a very special meeting for us. It's the 50th meeting of Technopark Toastmasters. We do have a lot of charter members who must be remembering the amazing journey that we have had over the last 50 meetings. We did our first meeting in December 2020. And since then, we went into the charter process, and by April, we did a charter, but we did a formal charter meeting later on, inviting all dignitaries from Technopark. Since then, when we look back at our journey here, I would say that it has been a lovely journey. And as the theme of the meeting today says, the pit stop, you all must be wondering what's a pit stop and what's that got to do with the Toastmasters meeting. A pit stop is, if you know it, it is a refueling point during a Formula One racing. You would have seen that while the racers race at a very high speed, they take probably half a minute or even a minute of stop at a pit stop to change their tires, to refuel, etc. And that's absolute teamwork. There are lots of videos and inspirational lessons around how the pit stop is where it determines how the racer can do his job. There's a lot of people supporting him to help the champion do it. That is also when you pause and look at how your journey has been and how your journey is going to be. So a pit stop is important no matter what race are you in. We may not be having a race, a championship, but every day we need to have a point where we stop, a pit stop for all of us to refuel. As I mentioned, 50th meeting is a very special meeting for us, and to celebrate this, I am very happy to invite a peer area director, Toastmaster Mohana Chandran, who has come to attend this meeting. May I invite our area director of G2, Mohana Chandran, to the stage. We will have a detailed introduction of him in a while, but I would like to say that he is the area director of G2, my peer. I am an area director of G1. And Mohana Chandran is elected as the next level leader, division director for G. So we would be seeing more of him in the coming months. So I thought it was the right person to invite for a special meeting. Over to you, Mohana Chandran, sir. You're on mute, sir. If you can unmute.
Thank you, Madam President, Toastmaster Arathi. It's a great privilege. Rather, I am enthralled for inviting me in this prestigious meeting, that is the Pitstop meeting of Technopark Toastmasters Club. Toastmasters Club, as of Technopark Toastmasters, as all of us know, it's just beginning, 50 meeting. That means 1 year. We are going to complete 1 year. Even then, this club achieves so many accolades in our district. And we can able to grow awards like Hall of Fame Silver, a Nexus Award for PR and Social Media Connects, Champion Club for Open House, Spirit of 121 awards, more awards. And whenever the name of Technopark Toastmasters Club was announced in the last district conference, I too happy because Toastmaster Arathi Rajeshri is a proud Toastmaster. We both are members of a parent, the first club in Trivandrum, that is Trivandrum Toastmasters Club. Madam Toastmaster Arathi Rajeshri is the area director G1, and rather than that, she is one of the few president distinguished area directors in this year that the District 121 made. She is the president of Technopark. I am sure in her hand, very safe. And as all of us know, Toastmasters is a great community to develop three-pronged approach for the development of human personality. That is public speaking, communication skills, and leadership skills. As the president rightly said, Toastmasters is not a destination. It's a journey. Enjoy the wonderful journey. Your public speaking skills, develop your communication skills, and the Toastmaster journey will definitely develop the leader in you. You can be anyone. You can be a great leader. You can be a great communicator. You can be a great public speaker. The great philanthropist Ralph Spetley started this club 98 years ago in a small YMCA club at Santa Ana in America. Now it's spread all over the world to develop human personality. Our prime motto is let grow others. We are here to improve yourself. The great Malayalam poetic trinity in modern era, that in Malayalam she is called Ujjala Shabdathen. Uluras Parameswarayar, in his famous poem in Malayalam, Prema Sangeetham, he wrote, Vilakku Kaivasham Ullavanennum Vishwam Deepamayam. That means if you have a lamp, you can make this world a brighter one. Toastmastery, Toastmaster community, Toastmaster culture is one of such great light. If you have that light, you can brighten the world. So please continue this journey and please spread this journey in our area. In 2012, we started a club in Trivandrum that is called a community club, that is called Trivandrum Toastmasters Club. Now that mother club spreads all over Trivandrum city. We have more than 7 clubs here. We have to double it. We have to spread This panacea we got from the great philanthropist Ralph Smedley, that is Toastmaster. We have to spread this community, this culture to entire Trivandrum and entire Kerala. We have to bring more people to this community and spread this spirit, this passion of public speaking, communication skills, and leadership to the entire society in general. Toastmasters, Technopark Toastmasters can do much for it because you centered in the most important technical hub in Kerala. We have to create more clubs in Technopark region. The great leader of our Toastmaster community, Toastmaster Arathi Rajesh, is here. With the help of that great leadership, we can start more clubs in Technopark area also, I think so. So take it as a pit stop. This idea is new to me. Even then, just hearing that idea, a great words of the great Neil Armstrong came to my mind. It's not a single step. It's a great leap to the human community. Just like the 50th meeting may become a great leap in the development of Toastmastery in Technopark area. With these words, I hand over the mic to our president. Back to you, madam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mona Chandran, for the wonderful words, inspiring words, and very happy to have you with us today. Now, Mona Chandran did mention some of the great things that we achieved in our journey this year. We got the Hall of Fame award from the district, the Nexus Award for PR, Social Media Connect, the Champion Club Award for Open House, Spirit of 121 for being a distinguished club that is getting more than 9 points. So as a club, as a team, we have done very well. I would like to thank all the members and give us a round of applause for achieving this. And when our next year of Toastmastery happens, let's do even better. And to do that, we need to have a pit stop, a refueling point. What better theme to talk about in your personal life, in your professional life? What is your pit stop? And today we have an awesome HR personnel as a Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Radhika has 20+ years of experience being a HR professional. And today she is the head of HR of Ozone Hotel. May I invite Radhika to share with us this beautiful idea and inspire this room of 21 people, 20 people, including you, with your ideas for refueling and rejuvenating. Over to you, Toastmaster Radhika.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster Arathi, and fellow Toastmasters and guests. Lovely Saturday morning, and all of us are here for our pit stop conversations. We all know now what pit stop is. Yes, the refueling time. And I'm planning to look at it from a personal angle, the perspective of an individual. Why do we need this pit stop? And I was looking at my journey when all through my life, year on year, I did not know the importance of pit stop for a longest time in my journey. And I was going with the flow of life on autopilot mode, like many of us here are, or many of us we know are, doing the same old cycle of daily chores that leads to the same old weekly cycles. Seasons change, years pass by, and I'm actually going into this loop and continuing with this loop. Just like the word churuli in Malayalam, I was in a churuli. And nothing was moving forward, nothing was changing. But I was very busy with life. A lot of things, it was a race, but with no destination or no meaning. And then on one fine morning, probably that was a jolt, a personal jolt I had that made me take that pause. That moment is what I call the pit stop moment in my life. And this happened for the first time in my life in my early 30s. I wish I had that jolt much earlier in my teens or 20s, then I would have understood this importance of having a pit stop. Every few seasons, take a stop, reflect on what you're doing, where you're going, how you can reinvent yourself, re-energize yourself. So that thought has actually settled in me, and I realized, yes, for everything that we do in life, whether it is personal, career, relationship, we need to have this pit stop. So this is the refueling time for the club, but also I'm just giving you a seed thought in your mind. Why not do this reflection for our personal life as well? So thank you very much for joining us on this Saturday morning once again. And as for the benefit of guests, I know some of the guests are already part of Toastmaster clubs elsewhere, but since we have a few other guests who are joining a club meeting for the first time, I'll just read out the framework of today's meeting. So there are 3 distinct segments in a Toastmasters club meeting. First segment will be the introduction of role players and a prepared speech. A prepared speech has a specific theme and a specific time slot allocated for that. And there will be a speech evaluator also for that segment. The role players, they will explain what roles they are going to play during this meeting, but these role players will evaluate what is happening in a club meeting and give a report at the end of the meeting. So the second segment is the table topic segment. That is where all of us are encouraged to do an impromptu speech for 1 to 2 minutes. So guests can volunteer and pick up a topic and speak for this 2-minute slot. That 2 minutes also is evaluated by the evaluation team. And the third segment is when the general evaluator and the tag team comes on stage and evaluate every speech that happened during this meeting. And that is reflection time again. So in the Toastmasters framework, we actually have a pit stop in every Toastmaster meeting. That reflection time of what has gone well, what needs to be changed, and how we can correct and learn ourselves. So that is it is about teamwork. Together as a team, we learn, reflect, correct, and move ahead. So that is a theme for the day. And today, as I have mentioned, we have a prepared speech by a very distinguished Toastmaster. She is an award-winning Toastmaster in every contest that she has attended. Maria is, yes.
Radhika, you can invite the general evaluator. So
I just mentioned about Maria, and we have a very distinguished evaluator also for her. And I will invite the general evaluator to introduce the tag team and proceed with the proceedings for the day. And Toastmaster Mohanachandran is the general evaluator for the day. And he is the government law secretary also. And part of this, Aarti has already introduced Toastmaster Mohanachandran. He has been part of our meetings, and I have met him in a previous meeting also. Thank you so much for that inspiring speech, and also to agree to take up the general evaluator role. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohanachandran.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. Once again, good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. As Toastmaster of the Day rightly said, evaluation is the quintessential element in every Toastmasters meeting. We have a 360-degree evaluation on the events going on the speeches going on. Today, I am the general evaluator. I had to evaluate the meeting generally. For helping me, there is a special team called a TAG team. TAG is an acronym for timer, accounter, and grammarian. We evaluate the time schedule. We evaluate any clutch words came into the inadvertently corrupt the speeches or communication. And we also evaluate the grammatical aspects of the communication. So today's timer is Toastmaster Rajeshwari. Toastmaster Rajeshwari, working as a lead consultant in Infosys and a certified yoga trainer and a passionate cook and foodie. She also loves traveling. Though a new member, she is very active in her roles in the club. So I invite Toastmaster Rajeshwari to explain the timing criteria. Over to you, Toastmaster Rajeshwari.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Greetings, Toastmaster of the Day, Radhika, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
As timer, I will chime all the speakers today, which includes prepared speeches, table topic speakers, and evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which denotes specific timing remaining depending on their speech. For table topics, the speaker should limit their remarks to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card by changing my background to green, as you can see now. And at 1 minute 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card by changing my background to yellow. And at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card by changing my background to red. Now, you will get a grace period of 30 seconds to wind up, for which the red card remains displayed until you finish and hand over the control back. The icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I'll raise yellow card. And 6 minutes, I'll raise the red card, as I have shown earlier. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, and back to the general evaluator.
Thank you, timer Toastmaster Rajeshwari. Next, we have an accounter. Today's accounter is Toastmaster Ashik M.S. He is an associate in E&Y and he's part of client technology team and is into web development. Now, he's also a new Toastmaster and he explained the role. What is the role of an accounter? Welcome, Toastmaster Akhil M.S. The virtual podium is yours now.
Greeting, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmaster and guest. The purpose of our corner is to note words and sound that are used as crutches or pauses fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen to overused words, including and, well, but, so, and, you know, like this. I will also listen to filler sound, including like that. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase such as I, this means like that. So at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster and General Evaluator Mohanachandran. Back to you.
Thank you, Accounter Toastmaster Ashik, for that detailed explanation as to the role of grammarian, the role of accounter. Now, moving on, we are going to our grammarian. Our grammarian today is Toastmaster Jasna Rafiq. Toastmaster Jasna Rafiq, working as a head of delivery in PID Solutions. She is acknowledged as a strong leader and like to take her team along with her. She is an active member from the start of Technopark Toastmasters Club. Welcome, Toastmaster Jasna Rafiq, to explain about the role of grammarian. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohanachandran. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to your language usage. I'll take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce you to the word of the day, which I will do so by sharing my screen shortly. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day as much as possible during any of these speeches that you give today. All are requested to give a virtual applause every time a speaker uses them. Let me share my screen. Just give me a second. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
All right. The word of the day for today is congenial. It means pleasant or having the same nature, disposition, or taste. The usage in sentences: Smith is a congenial host who always makes everyone feel at home. Another usage, it turned out to be, for me, one of the most congenial gatherings that I have attended. So all speakers are encouraged to use the word of the day as much as possible, and I will present my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster Mohanachandra.
Thank you. Thank you, grammarian Toastmaster Desna Rafiq, for explaining the details about the role of grammarian and word of the day. So friends, Toastmasters, this is our team, and we are evaluating. We use our listening skills as much as possible to evaluate this meeting, and we will definitely come back towards the end of this meeting to explain with our reports, general evaluation reports, and the reports of my tag team. So all of you have a congenial, colorful, and compassionate meeting. Back to you, Toastmaster Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohanachandran. And we are moving into the prepared speech segment of Toastmasters Meeting. To evaluate the speaker and introduce the speaker, I would like to invite our speech evaluator, Baker Bhaskar. He's the technology entrepreneur, former senior engineering manager at Apple Incorporated, founder of Satvo Technologies, and his Toastmaster journey has started way back in 2008 and has been a VP Education and President of Trivandrum Toastmasters and Area Director of Area G1. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Baker Bhaskaran, being here with us and doing this role.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Radhika. And my dear Toastmasters, my idea about Pitstop is if we do anything wholeheartedly, we don't need any Pitstop. And we have a speaker today, somebody who doesn't need any Pitstop to give speeches, and a non-speaker. Maria is giving her pathway team collaboration level 3 speech. It is about connecting with story, and her speech is want or have. From the name itself, it's obvious she has to tell a story, and as usual, we will evaluate based on all other criteria we have learned at Toastmasters, in addition to the fact that story need to be added for this speech. Looking forward to a very congenial speech. Back to you, Radhika.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Baker. And we would like to invite speaker Maria George to present her speech.
Am I audible? Am I visible?
Yes, mic check, audio, video check, done. You are good.
Once upon a time, in a far, far land called Trivandrum, there lived a congenial techie named Maria. But she was suffering from a very grave disease. Toastmasters and my dear friends, her disease was called the writer's block. For all those who are wondering what exactly is writer's block, as the name suggests, a block that a writer faces. But it's deeper than that. It is a rare condition in which the creative side of your brain just randomly decides to stop working. Just like that. And it happens especially if you're a Toastmaster and you have decided to do a speech in the upcoming weeks. Or if your VP education is behind you to do a speech, then you're likely to suffer writer's block. As this techie was cluelessly staring at a beautiful reflection on her laptop screen, she decided to reminisce her first ever session as a newly Pathways enrolled member. Do you know what she did as a first-time member? She did an icebreaker speech during her very first session. There was a slot open for a speaker, and she seized the opportunity. Seeing her enthusiasm, her then VP education was so happy that our eyes shone bright. VP Education felt that this girl would complete projects after projects, levels after levels, parts after parts, and bring home all the DCPs that she needed for this club to win, single-handedly. And let me tell you the truth, Maria too felt the same. Maria felt that she will be a valuable asset. After all, she just conquered the first step, the hardest step in Toastmasters, the icebreaker speech. But things took an ugly turn when she decided to pen down her next speech. Coming back to the reality, this particular speech, Maria has been working on it for past 11 months, 10 weeks, 9 days to be precise, and no use at all. She thought and thought and thought and thought, and no use. She begged her brain for an ounce of motivation. No use. She decided to hang upside down like a bat, thinking that the blood would flow to her brain and the creation would be invoked. No use. She was so frustrated. She started listening to podcasts. She started watching movies in an attempt to get inspired from any one of these things. No use. Frustrated, she decided she will go back to Mother Nature or outside for creativity, motivation, and inspiration. You know what was the next pit stop? McDonald's. Now, for all those who are wondering what has McDonald's got to do with creativity, simple equation: good food equals good mood, and which ultimately means good creativity. And that's when this happened. Of all the days, today her scooter had to break. She violently shook her scooter as though she was trying to wake it up from a deep slumber. Wake up, wake up. She had petrol, but still the scooter wouldn't budge. She was so frustrated, she decided that she would come back from McDonald's and set fire to this thing. That's when a man out of nowhere approached her and mounted on a scooter and began to throttle it. Maria was so stunned to speak that she didn't know what was happening, but she clung onto that one handle in case he decides to ride away. And this man asked, Chinky, how long have you started this? When was the last time you started this? Last Sunday? You're asking me. No wonder this is in this condition. You are starting this scooter because you have to start it, not because you want to or you want to maintain it. You must understand the scooter has a heart and a soul, and you're hurting it. You're letting it to rust. After 1.5 hours of lecture, Maria learned 2 things. One, the scooter has a heart and a soul, and you have to take care of it. If not, there will be a person who comes and gives you lecture for it. And 2, there is a subtle difference between wanting to do something and having to do something. She parked her scooter, thanked the man, and flew upstairs. Toastmasters, haven't we all started something with great enthusiasm, but somewhere down the line, our engine just drops dead and we just can't figure out why? The answer is simple. There is a difference between wanting to do something and having to do something. For example, how many of you have done your homework with utmost enthusiasm? Not me. But did we all do it? Yes. We would cry and nag, and especially if it's maths, we'll be nagging our maths teacher and doing it. That's because you have to do it. But tell me, how many of you would pack your bag on the day before a picnic or an excursion? No prompting, no nothing. You don't have to go behind them. They will happily do it because you want to do it, right? So once Maria was very clear with this difference, things became very, very easy. Today, she is doing her level 3 elective in her second part. And she is doing it because she wants to do it, not because she had to do it. Toastmasters, are you that person who has a difficulty in going to the gym? Are you that person who has no difficulty to go for the new movie? Are you that person who finds it difficult to read a book, but not difficult to watch a movie on Netflix? The next time you find yourself in this writer's block situation, just ask yourself, are you doing this because you have to do it or you want to do it? And if your answer is the second one, you will definitely find a way. I hope you all find the difference between want and have and apply it in your life. Over to you, Toastmaster Meeting.
Thank you very much. There is going to be very stiff competition for Miss Congeniality Award at the end of the session. It is really inspiring to listen to Maria any day, and I'm sure that we will come back with a great evaluation report at the end of the session. And it is time now to move to the next segment. And we are talking about the
Table topics.
table topic of the day, table topic segment. And for presenting this table topic segment, we have table topic master of the day, Aarti Rajeshwari. She has actually taken a new role now in her organization as well. And it's really a great moment to congratulate her also. She's the Associate Vice President in Suntech for Talent, Advancement and Excellence. And we all know her as an avid Toastmaster, but she is going to handle the people function in Suntech. That's a feather on her cap again. And it's a great moment for all of us. Congratulations, Aarti. And you have always been an avid table topic master as well. So we look forward to an interesting segment where all of us will be inspired to speak. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster Aarti.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Radhika, for that introduction. The segment that I'm going to present now is the table topic. So until now, you have been listening to a gifted speaker, Maria, an entertaining speaker, a humorous speaker. Now, not all of us can be an entertaining speaker like her, but we can try to be our kind of speaker, the kind of speaker that we want to be. Some might want to be an inspiring speaker, a humorous speaker, or maybe a keynote speaker. And Toastmasters is a platform where you can develop your style of speaking. And this segment in Toastmasters is designed for you to come forward and break your fear of public speaking. And for that, we give you a topic that you can speak for 2 minutes. Watch out for the timer, Rajeshwari, who will flash the green, yellow, and red card. So as long as you can cover the green light, you are doing just fine. The topics are going to be very simple. You can talk about the topic, you can talk against the topic, or you can talk around the topic. So that's the beauty of table topics in Toastmasters. Today's topics were supposed to be presented by Smita, but she had to back out because she was traveling for a client meeting. So I got her deck and I'm going to present it. So if you like the topics, send your love to Smita. With that, I'm going to share my screen. Let me start the first topic with the Toastmaster so that we know how to do this. I will share my screen and we will go from there. So these are the set of topics that I have. You can choose one of them and I will give you the specific topic to talk about. So any Toastmaster volunteer? Since I'm sharing the screen, please talk.
Barker has raised his hand.
All right, Barker, I knew you would be the first one to jump for a table topics. Barker, which topic do you want to pick? Please unmute and choose your topic. Hello.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
Which
me,
topic?
myself. Me, myself.
Me, myself.
Is that the topic or?
Yes.
Okay.
For you, Barker, describe your fitness journey. Describe your fitness journey, real or imagined. Barker Bhaskaran.
Okay. My fitness journey is very, I would call it sparse, because I never volunteer longer period of time, never had to exercise. I didn't exercise, but over the last 20 years, I learned yoga. I used to practice, occasionally, and also go do the treadmill running, everything. So I was never big into exercise. And the only time I visited, there is this 24-hour fitness was 6 months before the marriage, because, as you all know, just before marriage, you become conscious that, and with me, I was extremely skinny, right? Even now. So I tried to build my muscle a little bit, and but still didn't go. But one thing is, at my work, I was put to, Apple built the health and wellness. I was the manager for that team. So I spent 2 years researching on health and fitness. So I learned quite a bit about exercise. This thing about our muscles. Our body becomes more fit when at whatever age we start exercising, and our heart rate goes down, showing that we have actually become better. The circulatory system will become better. That's one knowledge I gained, which they have a particular word for that. I forgot. It's been 7-8 years now. But that's my journey with fitness. But now I am hell bent on doing exercise regularly. Probably I will do it regularly. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Barker, for sharing your experience of your health journey. I think I picked up the right person, because you could share your experience from your previous company, Apple, on the gadgets that you were helping build. And I like the way you ended it, saying that you are a regular exerciser, and then you had a disclaimer that I tend, or I will try to be. So I hope that this table topic session will persuade you to do it, just like Maria said, because you want to do it. All right. Now, I'm going to share my screen again. Can I have a volunteer from one of the guests? So it's going to be easy. You can talk about anything you want. So any guest volunteers? We have a guest. Was that Smita, who is it's already a Toastmaster from Dubai?
Ama.
Hello.
Hi, Toastmaster Rajeshwari. Arti, myself, Hita.
Hi, Hita.
I am new to the Toastmaster, and it's the first meeting that I'm going to be in. So excuse me if I'm just, asking some stupid questions here. Is it mandatory to be in video if we are giving out this impromptu speech?
You can, if you're comfortable. If you have a technical challenge, that is fine. But we would love to see you on video when you're talking. You have a challenge?
Okay. Yep. It's not. I'm outside my home, so it's like I'm not in a. But I can give a try. I'll just.
Please. We would love to see you. Meanwhile, can you choose the topic?
A day in my shoes.
A day in my shoes. You are a mirror. Describe a day in your life. Imagine you are a mirror and describe a day of the mirror.
Okay.
Guest Hita, over to you.
Yeah. So everyone, this is me, the mirror, where you look yourself when you are, not feeling that confident, or if you want yourself to be in a more presentable way, it is to me that you all would reach. So with that, let me just get started. I'm a big, tall, white mirror, which would bring a smile on your face, because the time that you are presenting or you are in front of me, you are getting to see you from the top till your heels. So look at your side, you can see all your blushes. Like, have you put on your blushes? Is your smile proper? Is there something on your teeth, or is your lipstick not fading off from you? All those are visible when you are in front of me. But look at that little child who's coming up to me now. That little child is just looking, she's doing a peekaboo game with me, and she's smiling. She doesn't know that it's her reflection that she's getting to see in me. But I'm happy the way that I'm making her, because that I'm making her happy. Now I'm getting to see a tensed husband who is, coming near to me, in front of me, and just tying up his ties. But he's not really trying to put that tie properly, because in his mind there is something going on, and that's reflected in his face as well. So as a mirror, I would try to, just blur it here and there, so that he would just wipe me off well. And when he's presenting up again, it's like he'll be saying, okay, I'm glowing today, and I would be able to give that confidence when I'm going to office or give a presentation. So as a mirror, there is one more tip that I can give you. If at any point of time you are feeling low, if you feel that it is something that there is a little glitch in you, that which makes you feel like, is it like, would I be able to present it well? Just come in front of me, just present yourself to me, and I would be there to help you. Looking out to me, you'll be just, happy to see that. And maybe, or I'm definite that you will get that confidence in presenting yourself the next time. So take this as a tip. Every time you're going out for a presentation, be it for a party, be it for your office work, just come in front of me, just look at me and say, today I can and I will. And trust me, my friends, I'm there. I'm as your mirror, and looking to me, you won't be, disappointed at all. You will have all your confidence, and you'll be able to take all the positive things when you move away from me. With that, this is the mirror signing off.
Thank you, mirror. It looked like a prepared speech itself. The poor timer was trying to flash her red lights, but you were so happy talking about it, and we loved your speech. That's why we didn't interrupt you as well.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see that at all. I was just, in fact, I'm just, right in front of my mirror, so I could see myself.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Hita, for your first time in Toastmaster meeting and volunteering to speak. That's a big move. Thank you. You are a great storyteller. I'm sure there's a lot of stories that you have told to people, to children, the way you were doing it. Loved listening to you. Now, who's going to go next?
Good morning, Toastmaster Miss Arati.
Yeah, Swapna.
Yes.
Yeah, which one do you want to pick?
A bit about me.
A bit about me. So you will get 2 minutes to talk. If life was a Formula One race, describe your most recent pit stop. If that's your specific topic. If life was a Formula One race, describe your most recent pit stop. Over to you, guest Swapna.
Thank you, Toastmasters. It's a congenial day. Very glad to meet all of you. And today is actually a pit stop day for me. If I tell, I am a lawyer by profession who came into the technology domain, and it was a Formula One race for me. If I recollect my experience, the first assignment that I was given was to present a loyalty solution. I have never done my PowerPoint presentation ever in my life, because as lawyers, we only need to go and present a case before the judges. So the day I presented my PowerPoint presentation, the remark that I got was that it was a bullshit. And my team never even felt like there was a person by name Swapna in the team. And it so happened that we had a meeting. I'm out of Dubai office. So we had a meeting at client's place. And when all the top management people were there, I do not know what really triggered me off. I just gave a presentation on our learning management solution. And after the meeting, our CEO and vice president, they just shook hands with me. And that was the day when I started being noticed. And today, my life is full of presentations, presenting banking solutions to clients, presenting multi-type of sales pitch related solutions. And I find that in this Formula One race today, having the chance to relate to all the Toastmasters of the Technopark Club is a pit stop for me. I'm getting a chance to think and relax. I'm getting a chance to associate with mind-blowing speakers, all inspiring speeches I have heard. And this is a congenial day. I'm so glad to connect with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Swapna. That was really nice listening to you. Glad that you have made a great journey into your transition from legal to IT, doing presentations. And you mentioned that you were already a Toastmaster in Dubai.
Yeah, I was part of Create Toastmasters Club, but I could not continue because of my workload, and I could not attend the meetings on time. But still, during the online sessions, we used to associate, and I'm still part of that group, the Toastmasters group. So I'm just finding a chance.
So we would really love to have you as part of our club, so that you can learn from us and we can learn from you. And
Definitely.
depending on the level of a speaker that you are when you come in, the learning that you get is different. Maybe you can already do presentations. What you would want to learn is how to take it to the next level, or maybe do a team collaboration kind of a pathways. There are so many details in it which you will.
Absolutely. But when Toastmasters moved on to pathways, I could not actually relate. So I would be like a fresher. I would be like a beginner. Yeah. And I will be in Technopark for 2 months minimum. Actually, I'm here in Trivandrum. So I'll be here for 2 months. Maybe if the sessions are going to be conducted online, I can be part of this. I'll be very glad to be associating with all the mind-blowing speakers. I'm so glad.
Thank you. Thank you. We will be in touch. Thank you, Swapna. We will have the last speaker. Anyone wants to give it a try?
Houston here?
Houston?
Yeah. Yeah, Houston. Yes. Which one do you want to?
Hi, everyone. Since I'm the first time I'm into this meeting, I think I'll go for me myself. I think that would be the easiest topic to talk.
Me myself was already picked.
Oh, okay. Then I'll go for
I'm wicked.
Experiences.
Experiences. Okay, let's see what it has. One thing you regretted doing this year. So your topic is one thing you regretted doing this year. Over to you, Esteem.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. So every year I will do something which I regret, but one thing I would really like to say is whatever you do, you're doing it with your own intention, your own presence of mind. So whatever you do, be it wrong, you have to think whether it is wrong, you have to correct it, but don't give yourself a chance to regret. So that is something which I tell myself and everybody, but still I also do that. I do that mistake. So one thing which I regret is making my promises for every new year. So I promise myself I'll do 10, 12 things, and every month, end of the month, I do a checklist. And I say, no, I didn't achieve it. But sometimes, yes, I'm glad that I achieved half of it. So I cannot say whether it is a regret, but of course I will say that I remind myself that I'm making or I'm not achieving something. So I have something to achieve. So that is my goals, which I set for an year. So this year also I have some goals, which I set for my quarterly, half yearly. So my half yearly goals, if I say, I still have something to achieve. So that's it. And anyway, I'm happy that I participated today in the speech. I never knew that I'm going to be participating. This is my first meeting, and it's so one of most congenial event which I had during this week or this last 1 month. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Justine, for appreciating us to be a congenial lot. We are like this on online and offline. Do join us whenever you can. And it was great listening to you about your regret about not meeting some of your resolutions, something that we can all associate to. So the best thing I've done is don't make any New Year resolution. But I'm really super proud to listen to you see that you have quarterly reviews of your own personal goals, which is amazing. We do that at work when we are forced to do that, but you having your own personal goals is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
With that, I am looking at the time and planning to close the session now. Thank you, Timer, for helping me with this. I hope all of you took a chance to enjoy the session. Those who were not comfortable to raise their hand, do join us in the next session and please try. We always say if you attend a Toastmaster meeting, you need to speak at least once. Otherwise, the 1 hour, 1.5 hours that you're spending is not an investment. You are just listening just like any other podcast. So do speak whenever you attend a Toastmaster, and the energy of a Toastmaster meeting is thrice this when we are actually in a physical meeting room. I hope someday that we can meet up in Technopark, one of the conference rooms there, and feel the pressure of actually having to go to the stage, hold a mic and talk, when this 2 minutes of table topics is going to look like a 5 minutes of audio. But I'm sure all of you who spoke today and all of you who did not speak today can crack it well, because we are taking pit stops at every part of our journey. And this is one pit stop where we will assess what we want and how we want to do it. With that, back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, Radhika.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master of the Day. Brilliant session with active participation, everybody meeting the timeline, and we will listen to the timer first before we are going to the evaluation segment. So can we have the timing of the prepared speech, and then we will go to the speech evaluation. So
Radhika, you can hand over to Mohanachandran for the evaluation segment.
Sure. Thank you so much. And over to you, General Evaluator Mohanachandran, for the evaluation.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day. Friends, with that, we came to our most quintessential part of the very Toastmasters meeting. That is absolutely the evaluation. Evaluation is ubiquitously says as breakfast of champions. It's most common usage in Toastmaster community. So we need evaluation. Before going to a detailed evaluation, let us hear from the timer, because timer is the most essential part in Toastmaster meeting. So I invite timer Toastmaster Rajeshri to explain the timing report, timer's report. Over to you, Toastmaster Rajeshri.
Thank you, Mohanachandran, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So our speaker, Maria, took 7 minutes, 1 second, which was within the time. Congratulations, Maria. And then our table topic session, Baka took 1 minute, 45 seconds, which was within the time limit. And the new speaker, Hida, took 2 minutes, 56 seconds, which was over the time limit, but it was a very good attempt. Congratulations, Hida. And Sapna took 2 minutes of 14 seconds, which was within the time limit. And our last speaker, Houston Thomas, she took 1 minute 29 seconds, which was also within the time limit. Back to you, General Evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Taiba. As such, one of the table topics which are overshoot the time, and there is our qualified. Now, let us move on to our speech evaluation. Our speaker today, I'm very proud because she's the champion speaker from my assigned area G2 champion the current year, and a very great speaker, having gift of gab, and great speaker, Maria. To evaluate Maria's speech, we have another stalwart in Toastmaster community. When I was joined Toastmasters in 2016, he was the president of Trivandrum Toastmasters, and the real leader inspired me. The leader shows the way, knows the way, and leads the way. That is Toastmaster Barker First, our former area G1 director. He's going to evaluate the speech of Maria. So welcome, Toastmaster Barker sir, for your session. Over to you.
Thank you, Mohanendra sir, for that kind introduction. My dear Toastmasters of Technopark Toastmasters and Toastmaster Maria. What a congenial speech today. At Toastmasters, we say, what is a good speech or what is an excellent speech? You make a story, you tell a story and make a point. That's exactly what Maria did today. If you can make it a little philosophical, great. We all have been in this situation. We are forced to do things. We do things without our heart in it. So she gave us a great philosophy that we should do all based on we want to do it. Like we want to come to Toastmasters, no, we have to come to Toastmasters, right? So that's, for that awesome philosophy to teaching us, let's give her a round of applause, okay? Now, she has organized the speech really well. Started with an introduction, put this concept of writer's block, tell what she went through, and then she told the story about the scooter, and she ended up with want or how it is important for us to be in the state of want, right? So that is good. Now, speaking of language, Maria is gifted with good language. I've noted many times she used triads like creativity, motivation, and inspirations. So language was good. Now, how about vocal variety? She had a good voice, but throughout the speech, I thought she could be very deliberate on vocal variety. She had a very slow start in terms of voice. So maybe start with high voice on when you start the speech, and then pace it down. Or when you use triads, first one lower voice, second one higher, and third one even higher, right? And when you give the start scooter like that, make it again in the ascending volume, right? That would make it that is a good use of vocal variety. That's one thing I noticed in the speech, vocal variety. Maria also uses exaggerated, she's one of the people who uses exaggerated gestures, no doubt about it. But speaking of stands, she used only one place as an advanced speaker. Maybe use, even for online, she could use the space a little more better. That's one good addition. And while ending the speech, another point she could add is connected to Toastmasters. Like, are you coming to Toastmasters out of want or you have it? Or, that's something she can add. So summarizing, good organization, story, good language, focus on vocal variety, and connected to Toastmasters. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day, Radhika. No, General Evaluator, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Barker for that scrupulous and threadbare analysis of the champion speaker. A perfect speech and perfect analysis. We could also get so many takeaways from your evaluation and the speech. Maria's speech, have or what? That's a great takeaway. today's takeaway is that have to do or want to do. That's a great lesson to all of us here. So great evaluation. Let us hear our O-counter. How many inadvertent clutch words, unnecessary words are crept into our very interesting and really thought-provoking. How many clutch words and unnecessary sounds crept into our communications. So let us hear our O-counter. O-counter today is Toastmaster Ashik. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashik.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohanachandran. So starting from the first speaker, Rajeshwari, she had one and one and she took one pause. And coming to Aradi, she took 2 and 3 pauses. Then Mohanachandran took 1 3 and 1 pause. So coming to Radhika, she took 1 and 2 pauses. Barker took 2 more than 5 and 1 pause. And one time he used and one time he used right. Then coming to Maria, she had no filler words. Then coming to Hida, she had 3 1 and she said 4 times. Then coming to Hida, coming to Swapna, she took more than 5 times 1 time and the word and she used 2 times and she took 1 pauses. And coming to Houston, she took 1 2 and 1 That's it. Back to you, Toastmaster Mohanachandran.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashik. What a wonderful counter report. Communication includes not only speaking but listening also. Being an outcounter or grammarian, we can improve our listening skill also. That's the importance of that two roles, accounter and grammarian. As an accounter, Toastmaster Ashik, today we are truly in tune with your role. Now let us hear how many grammatical errors crept into our communication. Let us hear from Toastmaster Jasna Rafiq, the grammarian today. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mohanachandran. We have for the 50th anniversary today, for the 50th meet today, we have a very congenial group of people that have joined us. And the word of the day, congenial, was used by Toastmaster Maria George, Radhika, by Swapna twice, by Justin once, and by Toastmaster Bhaskar. Coming over to quotes and phrases and specific usages, I have a notebook that I'm trying to fill here, so I'll just pick the main bits over here. Toastmaster Mohanachandran, I think we can single-handedly hand over the baton to you because you just went on with words and usages and phrases one after the other. I couldn't even grab the first set. The one in Malayalam was really good. It's just that I couldn't write it down. That was very fast. But I think the final quote that you mentioned, the leader shows the way, knows the way, and leads the way. A little bit tweaked to the original quote. That is, I think that was the best highlight for today. The usage quintessential, it inadvertently, stalwart, and then breakfast of champions. I think those were the main ones that I noted from you, sir. Coming over to Toastmaster Maria, there was a humorous speech and I could see the smiles in everybody's face. It was a very positive one. Also nice usages like reminisce, subtle, along with your speeches. That was also worth noting. Toastmaster Bhaskar, I felt like there were too many continuous sentences when you were saying them and you were joining them using the keyword but. So maybe that is something that you can look into. Also one of the phrases, and also go do the treadmill, like maybe get on the treadmill instead of go do the treadmill. The usage philosophical in between the sentences was a good one. Like I said, I felt more like the continuous sentence is something that could be worked on and improved. Hita, the guest today, there was one usage that I noted. I am a mirror where you look yourself. Maybe look at yourself would be the correct usage over there. Swapna moved from legal to IT. Well, that was something great to listen to. One of the phrases that you was mentioning, I am out of the Dubai office. I am based out of Dubai office would be the right usage. And Houston, I just have one small thing. I promise myself I'll do 10 to 12 things. There's a 2 missing over there. That was the report from my side. Thank you very much. And back to you, Toastmaster Mohanachandran.
Thank you, Toastmaster Desna, for that wonderful and scrupulous report, grammarian report. Wonderful. And my tag team, every Toastmasters in my tag team do their job very efficiently and very professionally. I'm very glad for that. Now coming to my general evaluation. Today is absolutely a pit stop meeting for the Technopark Toastmasters. And we learn a lot of it. Traditionally, we use a particular yardstick for general evaluation. That yardstick in Toastmasters is known as triple E test. What mean by triple E? The first E, whether the meeting entertain you. Whether the second E is whether the meeting educate you. And the third thing, whether the meeting energize you. To me, as a general evaluator, today's meeting was all these tests with the distinction. Great meeting. It energized, educate, and entertain us. Starting from the beginning, everything was done in a perfect manner. Toastmaster of the day, Madam Toastmaster Radhika did a great job to start a meeting with a great enthusiasm, bring a new idea. What about pit stop? Really, I have no idea about what this pit stop is. It's a great takeaway. And then Madam Toastmaster Arati is a seasoned Toastmaster and our area director too. She started the meeting with a great enthusiastic presidential address. Then coming to our prepared speech round, we are fortunate enough to have our champion speaker, Toastmaster Maria George. What a great speech. And definitely we get a great takeaway, have it or want it. So want it. Then coming to our table topics. The table topics today handled by our passionate and seasoned Toastmaster Arati Rajeshwari ma'am. She know how to conduct the table topic session. She gives chances to more guests. That is important. Guests are tomorrow's Toastmasters. So she gives chance. The motto of Toastmasters is let others grow. Let others grow. We are hoping to grow other people in their communication skill, in their public speaking skill. So give chance. Today we give more chance to speak our guests. That is important. My clarion call to that guest to come Toastmaster journey. Enjoy the journey. You can definitely improve your public speaking skills and communication skills. Of course, your leadership skill also. Then coming to evaluation, our great professional Toastmaster Barker Pascal sir did very great evaluation, scrupulous evaluation, as I already said. And altogether, this meeting is really enjoyable. It passed the triple E test. Absolutely passed the triple E test. It is congenial, convivial, amiable, and jovial. What not? Back to you, Toastmaster today.
Thank you, General Evaluator Mohanachandran sir. It's really nice. We are closing the meeting on time. For the closing remarks, I would like to invite President Arati Rajeshwari.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Radhika, for inviting me back. My dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, did you enjoy the meeting today? The last 1.5 hours. I was just looking at the time and not realizing that we have spent almost 1.5 hours here. And like our distinguished guest said, we entertained, educated, and what was the other E?
Energized.
Energized, absolutely. At the end of this meeting, we are all energized. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday afternoon with us, investing in the time that we have today and investing in yourself. Because if you have come forward and spoken, then it is an investment in your journey towards a greater height. Now, can I ask everyone to be on video so that I can take a screenshot of this momentous meeting recorded in our the annals of Technopark Toastmasters Club journey. We would really like to do that. And any of the any of the participants today who did not get a chance to speak, would you like to come on audio and share your feedback? So this is a chance for another table topics for you. How did you enjoy this meeting? Guest Jayashree, Deepa, Rashmi, who did not get a chance to speak, would you want to come and share your experience in not more than 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I can go ahead. Yeah, so I came with a lot of confusion because not knowing how this is going to be. So whether it's an extempore speech or how this is. So when I came, it was a lot of, I lacked a lot of clarity, even though it was explained. I came with enthusiasm. And when it is explained, I got to know how the structure of this session will be. Then gradually after that, I developed a heart attack kind of feeling that I was freezed at a point that I could not, unmute myself and raise my hand that, yeah, I will go next. But I wanted to, there were a lot of topics and I found that everything is doable. We can go ahead and speak about every topic. Was also concerned that, what if I say some stupid things, some silly things? So that was already in my mind that about that image thing, which I need to break it. I will do that in the next time. And yeah, so have got a lot of courage. So I'm adding one more C there, a lot of courage after coming to this session. Yes, it was an energizing session. And it's really gonna help me if I continue to join this session. It's something great platform for everybody to join and to meet so many of congenial personalities here and develop ourselves. So this is a great platform. I'm fortunate to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you for speaking out so well. We would love to see you back in our club. And the point that you said that whether you would have been able to talk about table topics, all of us went through that journey. And what I used to do when I used to attend the physical meetings into Toastmasters on my way back, when I was driving back, I would try and practice each of the topics. Now that I know what the topics are, I'll try to speak for 2 minutes and we find that we can easily do that. And then when you are actually on the stage, something will come up to you. So that's the platform that Toastmasters give. Like you rightly said, it's a safe and supportive environment. You get only encouragements. So do come back and join us. Yes, to Jayashree, would you want to share your thoughts? Hita or Justine, I know you got an opportunity, but would you like to say whether you come back? Yeah, Justine, yes.
Yes, so I don't know whether this is the right time to ask my queries. I have few queries. Can I? Or
Yes.
I'll. Okay, so I would like to join the Toastmasters Club. I heard about it a lot, but never had that chance or my mind to join it. But now, since I attended this, I think that this is the right platform for me to go forward. So I would like to know what is next. How can I join the club, and what are the rules and regulations?
I will guide you through that. Maybe we can formally close the meeting and then we can stay on and have your queries answered. Those who all want to listen to that can please stay back. I will explain to you how to become a member of the club and how we meet. So we'll take some 5 to 10 minutes for that.
Sure.
All right. Yes, Rajeshri, Pitstop done, right? What a fabulous and congenial show. Thanks. Thank you for writing that. Absolutely, I agree. I would like to thank all the guests that who logged in today and joined us. A special invited guest, Toastmaster Mohan Chandran, Area Director G2, and a elect for Division Director G. Our evaluator Toastmaster Barker, who jumped in and took up the evaluator role. Thank you, Barker, for that. Our speaker, Maria, an entertaining speaker. She became the star of the district conference when we went to Bangalore. Now you know why, with her speaking skills and her absolutely no fright of the stage. Look at the way she was expressing herself with the words and her body and her hands. So well done, and thank you all for joining. My dear fellow club members, thank you for taking up the roles. We are energized by the energy of this meeting, and a very congenial meeting it was. And hats off to the Toastmaster of the Day for choosing the apt theme for the 50th meeting. With that, I formally conclude this meeting. I adjourn this meeting. Thank you, and I declare 50th meeting of Toastmasters as closed. Thank you so much. Now, if you have any questions, we can stay back.